Dear colleagues, we present the result of the effort of the main astronomical observatory of the National Academy of Science of Ukraine and Astronomical Observatory of the Taras Shevchenko National University of Kiev to create the Ukrainian network for observation of star occultation by small bodies of the solar system. The method of the star occultation by the objects of the solar system is quite effective in astronomical research. It allows you to receive information that is difficult to obtain by other remote methods. This method applies to geometrical dimensions, surface brightness distribution, detection of structural features like shape and multiplicity of object rings with a resolution that is unachievable for ground-based telescope. The key part of the network includes stationary instruments located at the main astronomical observatory of the National Academy of Science of Ukraine, the Astronomical Observatory of the Kiev National University, and observation station in village of Lesniki and one mobile complex. On the basis of the main Astronomical Observatory of the National Academy of Science of Ukraine, in cooperation with the Astronomical Observatory of Kiev National University, was developed and created a hardware and software complex for observing and occultation of stars by celestial objects using long-focus stationary telescope. The appearance of this complex is shown on the figure on the right. It includes a light filter unit, a focus reducer, and Apogee Ultra U47 CCD camera. The focus reducer allows you to increase the field of view and overall sensitivity of the color complex. The AZT2 telescope for which the complex was manufactured is shown on the left. The observation showed quite acceptable parameters of the complex, which are shown below. The Astronomical Observatory of Kiev University can use two observation points with their own instruments. On the territory of observatory there is a small telescope Mirage on the left on the slide. The main observations are planned to be carried out at the observation station of village of Lesniki in the best astroclimatic conditions. There is an AZT-14 telescope which allows to observe fainter objects. The completely autonomous complex was created for the possibility of choosing the place of observation of occultation. It uses a small telescope on a computerized mount and can quickly be transported and deployed at the remote observation point. Its parameters are shown on the slide. We found several points with convenient access and minimal illumination. Their coordinates are shown on the slide. We have few following cameras in our disposal. Mainly we use Apogee Alta U47 CCD camera. Parameters of the cameras are shown on the slide. The main and most sensitive camera is Apogee Alta U47. It has a long readout time. It operates in drift scan mode, so it can be used for photometry of rapid brightness changes. In this case, the image of the star is continuously shifted and set of tracks from the stars is obtained in the same frame. The effective exposure depends on the movement speed, which is programmed. Below a fragment of the star track with a registered occultation. We have developed programs for working with this camera in drift scan mode and for processing the received frames with the track of stars. In the Odessa Astronomical Observatory of the Odessa National University, there are two observation stations at which the observations of the occultations were carried out. These observations are being carried out in cooperation with a Kiev group of observers. The parameter of the instruments is shown on the slide. Our observation network is expanding with amateurs. The private astronomical observatory in Ananyev has recently joined it. A qualified observer, Meshevsky Mykola, works here. The station has an international code. Station coordinates and equipment parameters are shown on the slide. The next amateur who participated in the network is Angelsky Alexander. He already has several coverage observations, including a recorded occultation. His observation point is located in the Odessa region. Lozova School Astronomical Observatory, who takes part in the network as well. This point has a good equipment and a qualified leader, Sergei Verbitsky. This point is valuable because it is removed from the rest of our network. The slide shows the location of the observation points on the map of Ukraine. Unfortunately, there are not many necessary tags yet, but we are trying to increase their number. We are working on the unification of observations. An important place in this belongs to the time service. We propose to use the GPS receiver and the corresponding software developed by us and tested during long-term operations. A receiver antenna can be located at a distance of up to 10 meters from the computer, which increases the measurement accuracy by reducing the influence of the telescope pavilion. We use a program that runs in the background during the entire observation period and records the protocols of the discrepancy between the system time of the computer and the time of the GPS receiver. In the course of observations, all moments are recorded in a computer time. Subsequent processing allows you to store exact moments that are referenced to the GPS time. The accuracy of fixing the moment within such a procedure is not more than 15 to 20 milliseconds. The following are some of the results that are obtained on this occultation observation network. An interesting effect was recorded when observing the passage of the star HD HD 45314 through the comment 21P/Jakobinitz-Zinner on September 21st, 2018. From the form of the stellar brightness decrease in the form of the gap in the morphological features of the comet image, it was concluded that the light weakening was caused by the passage of the star through the jet, which contains CHON particles. A chord with a length of 185 kilometers near the asteroid 259 Alesia was recorded when the observation coverage on March 31st, 2019. This is more than acceptable diameter of the asteroid of 179 kilometers. Taking into account the photometric estimates of the changes in the asteroid brightness, we conclude that asteroid 259 Alesia is ellipsoidal in shape and has an actual ratio is 1 to 1.19. The grazing occultation of the star TYC 1280-832-1 by asteroid 486 Thremona was registered on December 5th, 2019. This result was obtained taking into account the theory of diffraction and the model of the formation of the track of the star when registering the occultation by CCD in the drift scan mode. And finally, we want to draw the following conclusions. A Ukrainian network has been created and it's developing to observe the occultations of stars by the bodies of the solar system, which unites professional astronomers and amateurs. The first result of this network are obtained, which shows the ability to obtain quality results. We invite you to join this network and get more complete and better results. Thank you for your attention.